question of the durability and wearability of garnet as an everyday wear gemstone is a little bit more complicated than you might think. And that's because garnet is not just one gemstone. It's actually an entire family of gemstones. And within this family, there are hardnesses ranging from 6.5, which to me is a bit soft for everyday wear, to 7.5, which is a great stone for everyday wear. The other thing to think about when you're thinking about durability and everyday wear is the toughness of the gemstone. So garnets in general are about a fair to pretty good toughness. And so that is the resistance to cracking if it gets hit with something, or if it drops, if it's going to shatter, versus the hardness, which is if it's going to scratch. They're generally a good toughness for everyday wear, and they can be a good hardness for everyday wear. I usually say that anything above a 7 on the Mohs hardness scale is going to be a good stone for everyday wear. And that's because we encounter things every day that are a 7 or below on the hardness scale, like sand, some particles that are in dust, stone, and these things could scratch anything that is a 7 or below. But we don't encounter many things that are above a 7 in everyday life, so those things are usually going to be good for resisting scratches. So the good thing is that there are garnets of almost every color that are going to be good for everyday wear, but there are a few to be careful about because they're a little bit on the softer side. Some garnets that I would recommend for everyday wear are almandine and pyrope garnets. Almandine and pyrope garnets are probably what you're thinking of when you think of a garnet. That's because these are red. They can be brown, they can be purple, they can be bright red, and they can be dark red. So within this family, there are some really cool garnets, such as strawberry garnets, which are a type of rhodolite garnet. Rhodolite garnets were discovered in North Carolina in the late 1800s, and they were named after rhododendrons, which are a commonly found flower in North Carolina that have these really lovely pink blooms. So rhodolite garnets come in purple, pink, and red. And these are going to be really great for everyday wear. They're a really strong, scratch-resistant, and tough garnet. Another type of garnet is the spessartine garnet, and within this group of garnets, you're going to find one of the most sought-after garnets, and that is the mandarin garnet. Mandarin garnets are bright, vivid orange color, and they're very, very rare. They're very, very expensive. They're actually one of the most expensive gemstones per carat. If you're after a green garnet, there's some good news and some bad news. The good news is that tessavarite garnet, which is one of my personal favorite gemstones, is a great gemstone for everyday wear. Tessavarite garnet is a vivid, bright chrome green color, and I think it can put emerald to shame, because an emerald could never be that bright color, could never be that clarity, and tessavarite garnets are actually much more rare than emeralds. They're just much lesser known. One more of my favorite garnets that is great for everyday wear is the molly garnet. The molly garnet comes in these really beautiful colors ranging from mustardy orange to almost a little bit of a darker brown and into lighter ranges that are these pale yellow colors going into even a nice champagne range. So all of the garnets I've talked about so far, those are going to be really good ones for everyday wear. They're going to be above a 7 on the hardness scale, and again, all garnets have pretty good toughness. So those are safe bets. But the bad news I was talking about, if you're looking for a green garnet, is that one of the most popular garnets with collectors is the demantoid garnet. And this is going to be one of the softest garnets, and it's not going to be as good for everyday wear. That being said, it's a little bit below a 7 on the hardness scale. It doesn't mean it's not a gemstone you should ever wear. It's just something to be a little bit more aware of. If you're going to be wearing it every day, knocking it on things, just be a little bit more careful if you're wearing that gemstone. So this might seem like kind of a complicated answer to are garnets good for everyday wear, but that's just because people don't generally think that it encompasses so many different gemstones within this one gemstone family.